Hello everyone, Freddie from Freddie's Hobbies here. I'm back. You can say that I was just a little bit more than under the weather, but I've got some exciting news for you. Stay tuned, I'm going to tell you all about it when we get back.
Here they come to the start-finish line again.
Hello everyone, Freddie from Freddie's Hobbies here, the home of JR Quarter Scale, where we build your hobby. And you probably guessed what the big news is by now. Ta-da! I would like to thank both the WCM Corporation and CUSAC for joining me in bringing you this show. I have a lot of plans in the works and still bugs to work out, but with a little hard work and some determination, along with the support from all of you, we will see it through. We all see how we must change with the times to not only supply you with the information, but how others gather their information for the things they're researching. This show is designed to help with all those facets. Now, let's take a look at our upcoming events and see what CUSAC West had going on. So let's take a look at what's new and upcoming. How about the Icebreaker Winter Nationals March 18th and 19th this coming weekend? This is the first of a 4-race national point series and is being held at the Valkyrie RC Club in Florida. Now, I know we have not had a bad winter up north, but it is a good excuse to taking the family and heading south for the weekend and enjoying warm weather while getting some racing in. It should be nice and an enjoyable 2 days. They have a lot planned and the club works really hard to make sure all those who come receive great hospitality. There is even payouts at this event. Just a win-win no matter how you look at it. Let's show CUSAC our support and start the season off right with giving them a nice turnout. We all could use a break. Let's do it and have some fun at the Icebreaker Winter Nationals this year. We will look at what CUSAC West did this past February in a minute, but their next upcoming event will be held this coming weekend, March 19th, back at Tucson. The season's going to be a very busy one, and I'm going to have a lot of work cut out for me in keeping up. But now that I'm over my sniffles, we will be getting the race results to you a lot faster. Let's take a look at what CUSAC West did this past February. Well, CUSAC West held their second race this past February out at Boulder City. And yes, those lucky you-know-whats had excellent weather for their 2-day event. They had 34 entries spread across their 6 classes. After they got their scoring issues sorted out on Saturday, they were able to roll right through the heat races and be finished up by mid-afternoon. Sunday started off a bit cooler, but was again an excellent day. For the mains, they started off with their open wheels, which consisted of 3 sprint cars. Even though there was a wreck in the first part of the race that took out 2 cars, the race was still exciting up until that point. After sprint cars, they ran their 150-lap Limited Sportsman A main that had 4 cars in it. As for any limited race, you had people coming and going throughout the race and a few good hits along the way. But at the end, they all finished up and had a good race. Next was their Super Trucks. They had Bob Lydecker winning both heats and starting on the pole for the main. There was also Bob's brother Bill, along with Michael, who were both running their first truck race ever. After swapping the lead back and forth between the 2 brothers, it was brother Bill who came out in front when the checkered flag dropped to take home the win. Next up were the Modifieds. They also ran a 150-lap A main. There were 5 Modifieds that started with the Team Tony driver, Robert Kennedy, starting on the pole. When the green flag dropped, from what I was told, Robert Kennedy was the one who basically checked out on the rest of the field. The race was then between second place, Denny Andrews and Dave Hart, battling out for most of the whole 150-lap race. In the end, it was Robert Kennedy taking the win, with Denny Andrews winning the battle for second. Next were the Sportsman cars. They had a 150-lap A main as well. They started with 8 cars when the green flag dropped. Those boys and girls went at it the entire 150 laps. It was a tight battle all race with the front 4 cars running side by side and nose to tail for most of the race. In the end, though, there can only be one winner, and that was Alan Lay. To finish up the day, they saved the biggest and fastest for last. The 200-lap Grand National A-Main. They had 11 entries, and they saw Steve Mylar sitting on the pole for the start. In the beginning, it was rough, but once they had some green flags under them, they started to spread out. Towards the end, they only had 3 cars left on the lead lap, and they were all tight fighting for the lead. But like always, there can only be one winner. Jim Turner took home the victory that day. Let's take a look to see where everyone finished at that 2-day event that was just held out at Boulder City. Well, we live and we learn. The last segment was 180 words a minute, and we won't do that again. Who talks that slow? Anyways, like anything, we all need to take the good with the bad. I got myself sick, which got me behind in the show. I want to thank both the WCM Corporation and CUSAC for sponsoring the show and helping me bring it to you. Hopefully, we can get both Joe and Denny to get me the information from the first NCS race and the third race out at Tucson this weekend. And I can do a quick race recap show and we're back on track with things. Until next time, thank you for watching.